Hello everyone. Welcome to the daily current affairs session brought to you by Ekam IAS. Today we will be seeing the news of 9th March 2018. Let's have a quick glance. International Women's Day 2018, which was on March 8. Yes, I Bleed campaign, No India program. Then European Bank for Reconstruction and Development EBRD, Pritzker Architecture Prize. Then Imprint II and GBI Submarine cable among science and technology. And finally we will be seeing an app, Sukhad Yatra app. So let's have a detailed view. The first news is about International Women's Day. International Women's Day, as we all know, it was celebrated on March 8 across the globe internationally. So before coming into the March 8, actually all over the world, starting from 1900s, that's the beginning of 20th century, many parts of the world were celebrating International Women's Day. It was firstly on 28th February 1909 that New York, the Socialist Party of America had started or initiated the remembrance of Women's Day on February 28. Later a German activist also included in that, Clara Zetkin, she also made a particular day as Women's Day in Germany. Then again a group of countries, Austria, Denmark, Germany and Switzerland, they also saw this March 19 as their Women's Day. Then it was in 1975 that United Nations declared March 8 as the International Women's Day, who all other parties of UN will be celebrating this in their countries as well as across the globe. Now why March 8? It was because in 1917, along with the Bolshevik Revolution, a group of women, a very large number of women, they protested to get their right on voting, that is adult suffrage. So this was the day on March 8 that they got successful and they got the right to vote in their elections. So that is why to commemorate that we use March 8. So what this day does is that this is and all over the world they concentrate on bringing the gender parity, bringing the gender to eliminate the gender bias. We know the SDG 5 as to reduce gender, to enhance gender equality. So this they celebrate the social, economic and cultural and political achievements of the woman, and what should be done, what are to be done, what are the lagging problems, how to eliminate this gender bias, and to mobilize all the women workforce in various sectors of the geography and economy. So the 2018 theme will be time is now, rural and urban activists transforming women's life. There is something to do with the theme always, whatever conventions or conferences you see or the international days you see, the theme has something to do with that year. There will be something, you see this year it is rural and urban activists. So we have a gap or a bridge between rural and women, so we have to reduce that gap and to emancipate everyone from rural to urban. So that is the theme here, to reduce the gap between the rural and women workforces. So this is about that Russian Revolution when that happened in 1970. So this is a remembrance poster that was popularized that time. So next news is also about something related to Women's Day. This is a campaign by our Indian Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. They kick-started a campaign called Yes, I Bleed campaign. This is the second edition of that. Yes, the bleed means something related to menstruation. So what is the importance of this? See, in India there are almost 35 crore women who menstruate. That means they are in the period, in the gap between puberty to menopause. So we have a statistics that is only 12% of these 35 crore women use proper hygienic techniques, proper hygienic sanitary products and the methods. So other remaining 88%, they don't use this proper hygienic products or proper hygienic practices. Why? They don't have access, it's not affordable to them. So to make them aware of the things, to make them aware of the good practices, because this 1 week is really really important as far as their health is concerned. This is a very important thing to have this menstruation. So which is regarding the normalcy of a woman. So this campaign majorly it's a holistic approach. This is to the issue. They approach the issue of menstruation in a pan-India basis. They give experiences, they give education, awareness, and all the teaching seminars and workshops in various various arenas. So please remember, She Wings is another such campaign which is initiated by an NGO, does the same function. So please remember this. Please refer Ministry of Health and Welfare, other schemes also. Moving on to the next news, we have Know India program. So by the name itself, if we know which ministry is initiating this, we will be easily guessing, or we can easily guess what is the provisions inside this. So this is something, a program initiated by Ministry of External Affairs under Sushma Swaraj. See, this is a 25-day orientation program for those Indian origin youth staying abroad who have Indian origin, and what is this? They engage these Indian origin youth, which comes in the 18 to 30 age group, and the countries where these Indian origins are there, their ambassadors, Indian ambassadors or embassies will be nominating certain names of the youth to our Ministry of External Affairs. Our ministry will select a set of people, and they will be given a very nice 25-day orientation, like awareness programs. They will be exposed with our cultural heritage, our art and festivals, and all those dance forms, art forms, etc. They will be given all India tour and to visit many monuments and places of historical and cultural importance. So this is again, we have to remember, this is open for youth of Indian origin, not NRIs. So if there is some NRIs, they won't be applicable. Only Indian origin youth. So please refer the difference between NRIs and persons of Indian origin. This again, this started since 2003. Okay. Moving on to the next news. This is something about EBRD, European Bank for Reconstruction and Development. You have already studied about IBRD, which is also called as World Bank. So this is such a bank. EBRD is started in the Europe, headquartered in London. This bank is few facts. This bank is actually mainly for the creating of a market-based economy, or creating new potential markets in the private sector across wherever in the member countries of this bank. So whoever is a member of this bank will get technical assistance and all those advisory and financial assistance and other key leverages to increase their market potential, increase their economic relations with other countries in trade and industry and commerce and etc. So why this is in news is because India is all set to become the 69th member of this EBRD. So till now we were not a member, but from now onwards, almost first half of this year, we will be officially declared as a member of this. This will help India leverage the technical assistance and sectoral knowledge, mainly private sector. See, this is the key word you have to remember. It's mainly private sector, not only private sector. This bank really concentrates to nurture the private sector industries. So see, for example, in 2017, EBRD has signed a pact with the International Solar Alliance. So that is not a private sector. That is a combination of private and public sector. So you can't just say that it's only private sector, nor it is only government sector. Okay, it is both private and government sector, but main focus is on private sector. So the largest shareholder in this EBRD is the US. So please go to this website. Mention some, please refer some of the provisions of this. It was formed in, for example, it was formed in 1991 and headquartered at London, and what was the history behind it and what all projects are there under this EBRD. Okay. Next news is about Pritzker Architecture Prize. This is also known as a Nobel of Architecture. We have many awards which are the pinnacle in their respective fields, like acting we have Oscar, song, music we have Golden Globe. Same like that we have Pritzker Architecture Prize. Now why this is in news? Because for the first time an Indian has received this award. His name is Balkrishna V. Doshi, and he is an Indian architect and educator, very famous personality. He has initiated or done many, he has completed many projects under the public administrations, utilities, educational and cultural institutions, and also residents to private societies, private clients. So one among them is Aranya Low Cost Housing, which was started in Indore in 1989. So this picture is about that. Low cost housing is a model where a small area is utilized in its maximum scale. So if we have we know that in urban areas we have a lack of housing problem. We have the Indira Awas Yojana and Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana now. So housing for all is also a scheme to be targeted to 2022. So on the backdrop of that, this is important because he's a man who had made the maximum utilization of a small area or a limited area, making uniform lined sectorals and all those small houses with 2 or 3 storied building constructing in a line, so that maximum utilization can be done on that area. So please refer that. And for a matter of fact, Pritzker prize is given by the Pritzker family of Chicago, and this was started in 1979. The prize money is USD $100,000. Okay. So moving on to the next news, we have something to know about Imprint II. Imprint II, we can see there is a 2. So this is the second version of that. Imprint, so the full form is Impacting Research, Innovation and Technology. Again, there is an innovation and technology inside it. So our government is providing many innovation and the startup skills and the entrepreneurship, the skill development training and all those. So whatever comes in the hashtag skill training, skill development, entrepreneurship, innovation, you please refer that. You have to categorize that into a separate entity and note down all the points. So Imprint II is one such thing. What this does is that it is a pan IIT and IISc, Indian Institute of Science collaboration, which provides a joint initiative to develop a roadmap to research. It's a umbrella thing, and it provides a roadmap of various research programs. Government funds this. There is a provision of funding, and this is initiated or implemented by a joint venture of Department of Science and Technology and MHRD, that is Human Research and Development. So what they does is that they solve the major engineering and technological challenges faced by the Indian government and in the Indian scenarios. So the first imprint was kick-started in November 2015. Please refer the website. I have given a snapshot of that. You can refer in detail all the provisions inside this Imprint II. There is a separate website for that. Okay. So moving on to the next news. This is about an app, Sukhad Yatra app. By name itself, we can eliminate certain options. Sukhad Yatra means something related to travel. Now the only thing you have to remember is it rail or road? So if you know which ministry, it is the Ministry of Road Transport and Highways through National Highway Authorities of India, NHAI. They are implementing this app. What they do? They actually provide the road quality related information, the real time data information. What is the road ahead? How many toll plazas are coming? How many toll plazas have highway nest or highway nest mini? So you got a new term, highway nest. Highway nest is something, a small restaurant or where you can park your vehicle and you can go and have some coffee or tea or cold beverage or something like that. So that is highway nest. So this app gives information. This is a screenshot of this app. You can see the places of plazas, toll plazas in a map. You can see where you are going, in which route you are going. You can see where you have this nest minis or highway nest minis, so that you can have some drinks or something like that. Then you can know your highway. Know your highway means what kind of a highway is ahead, which highway is going to have, that connects which all places. So you can get all the information. You also can buy FASTag through this app. FASTag is something which reduces the time in the toll plazas. You can just like a recharge coupon of the phone, you can buy that FASTag in your phone or as a hard copy. You can show that to it's a device that has to be implemented implanted on the car or your vehicle. So when the toll passes, it will automatically deduct the money from that device. That is the FASTag. So you can also order or buy online this FASTag from this app. So there are many provisions. See, all these apps you hear in the news, if you download it and just check it and then uninstall it, you can know all the things about that. There is an Umang app which is a collection of all the apps. So if you download that app and install it, you can see all the other apps by Indian government as well as various state governments. So please do that. It takes really less time. So just moving on to the quick facts, it's you can have emergency condition. There is also a toll-free number 1033 toll-free, so that if you see an accident or any emergency condition, you can call that number and inform them. The authorities nearby will be quickly responding to that. So okay, please refer this. And two other schemes of this NHAI, National Highway Authority of India, is scheme for district driving training centers and scheme for grant of financial assistance. Please refer all those. We don't have time for all the explaining all small schemes. Okay, so next news is about again a science and technology. It is something about a submarine cable. Submarine cable is something which connects the world through internet. See, our internet is also across the globe. We have a very large network of optical fiber cables under the sea. It is buried, it is submerged under the sea, very deep inside the sea in the benthic zone. So we as a matter of fact, I'll say that the Gulf countries, are a hub of this these cables, because they have a lot of installations under the sea which interlinks all the net connections in their the Gulf countries as well as the Gulf countries to the rest of the world. So anyone who connects there can connect to the rest of the world through internet. So this is a really high fast cable network. Optical fiber technology is another thing which an Indian has contributed a lot. Narendra Singh Gapani, his name. So he is considered as an unsung hero actually. Okay, this GBI is a short form of Gulf Bridge International. So in the name itself there is a Gulf, and this map is something of the various cables and various cable systems which connects the entire world, entire continents, because everything is not through satellite. The main internet connection comes through this optic fiber cable. So India is also having 5 such points where we have connection hubs: Mumbai, Kochi, Trivandrum, Tuticorin and Chennai in the coast, the coastal areas in the Arabian Sea and Bay of Bengal coast. So please refer such things. This is an additional data that you will be getting, and who knows, a question may come from this science and technology, such topics also. Okay, before winding up, let's see the model question. I will ask you, read it. Consider the following statements about European Bank for Reconstruction and Development. It is a multilateral development bank set up in 1991, headquartered in London. Second statement, it provides financial investments, environment and business advisory services to private enterprises only. Third one, India is a member of EBRD. So by the time of prelims, India may have become an official member. And now we are set to become. They have announced that we will be member. So looking at the 3 statements, as I said before, this is not just for private. This is considering both private and public sector. So if you eliminate this second option, both 1 and 3 are correct. So the correct option is C, 1 and 3. So thank you for watching, and for the further details and all the materials are given in below this link, below this video. So please refer that, and thank you. Have a nice day.